Hey y'all, it's a Sunday morning, a little after 9, a little cool outside here in Indiana today. Actually had to turn the heat on in the house for a little bit. Before we get started, let's run through what I use on my setup. So I've got a electric 2000 psi pressure washer. I don't use my big gas powered. Don't need that much power. Don't want to potentially hurt the paint, so I use this guy. I've got a cheap no-name foam cannon off of Amazon. That guy there. I put 2 full squeezes of this stuff from Chemical Guys, and then I'm gonna fill my bucket up with soapy water too. Got an RV water filter that I hook up in line to the pressure washer before my hose, so I get a spot-free rinse. So I'm gonna thread that guy in, hook the hose up to the other end, and then we'll get started. All right, you can see there, I got my filter hooked up, got my soapy water filled up, my rinse bucket filled up. I use a mitt for the top part of the car, and I use this scrubber sponge for the lower half of the car, trying to not contaminate the top part with the road grime that's usually on the bottom. So as I go back to get more soapy water, I'll usually rinse it out in that other bucket with the clean water before I put it back in the soapy water and go back to the car. I'll hook this up and get it filled up, and then when I'm rinsing off the car, I use a 40-degree angle adapter to the front of this, and I take this off to rinse it off. So let's go over a couple things I do on the car before we get started. First off, I use a couple of these foam water pipe insulators. I've cut them down to size, and I plug them in my hood vents here so that I minimize how much crap water mess I make inside the engine bay, because I'll wipe it down separate. Just make sure you keep these clean and they don't pick up anything that will then scratch your paint. And then normally I use the white blue painter's tape, and I put a layer of painter's tape over the car and the window to prevent leaks around the T-tops. We all know how that goes, but I'm out of painter's tape right now, so my backup plan is just to put a rag along the corner here, and that should help keep stuff out of getting in the car. I'm not going to bore you with watching me clean the rims and tires and wash and wipe everything down, but I'll keep the video running a little bit here so you guys can see the foam cannon. We all like to watch that in action, so I'll get started on that and then pick back up with you guys once we're about done. Now, I'm not going to pretend and make you guys think I do this every time I wash the car. I'm taking a little extra effort this time because I want it really clean before I'm going to be waxing and shining and sealing all the surfaces. So I just want to make sure that I don't cut any corners right now, since I'm going to be putting so much effort into it. I don't want swirl marks or scratches that I don't need. One last thing, I do take the 40-degree nozzle and start to spray off any spots where I see bugs or stains before I start washing with the mitt, just to get that much more grime off that I don't get on the mitt. So I'm going to hit a few spots with this on the front bumper and the mirrors and the windshield, before we get started. All right, now I'm going to wipe it all down with the mitt, and I'll pick back up with you when I'm rinsing it off. I've got to really work fast because this sun is drying everything out way faster than I thought for being so early in the morning. Now I'm going to skip the rims and tires, do that a little out of order so I can get this rinsed off. I'm going to start chamoising everything down on the side in the sun and work my way around to the side over on the shade. And now comes the time for the next probably 2 hours, it seems like, where we have to keep going back and wiping down under the headlights because water keeps dripping out of there. By the door mirrors, you know the spots. And along the corner here. Just got to keep watching and wiping it down. And I just pulled it inside real quick, get it out of the sun, because I'll do the rest of the wheels and rims and everything inside here. If you did everything right, as you can see, there's really no water spots or streaks on the glass. That filter, I think, really helps. And then wiping it down as quick as you can. But it really saves a lot of elbow work later trying to clean them all up. I'm gonna pull the Lincoln out, give it some love, and do a quick wash on it. It's only gonna be the foam cannon and rinse. I'm not gonna hand clean it this time. But it's got some dust on it, so while everything's out, I'll get that one taken care of. And leave a comment, what are your guys' favorite soaps for your cars? Because I accidentally knocked over my bottle and it leaked out. So I'm about gone out of my chemical, guys. It's okay. I don't know if it's any better or any worse than anything else, but I'm gonna need some new soap, so let me know what you guys like.
So you can feel beautiful in your skin all day, every day. Shop House Labs by Lady Gaga, only at Sephora. Leave alone to
Well, it's the next weekend, doing the final detailing on the car. I'm not gonna go through all the steps and make you watch pieces of all that, but so far I've done the whole car with a glaze and a blue pad, and then I did a sealer with a black pad. Now I just finished getting done with a wax, and it was a red pad. I've already got it in the sink getting cleaned up. I use a little conditioner on if I have a dry pad for the first time. Did the tires. I'm getting ready to do all the weather stripping and trim with some of that. I've already got the interior glass done. Got to do the exterior later. I removed the cowl and the wipers. I had taped up the headlights and the hood latches. I still got tape on around the trim. I'll be pulling that off once I get the final wipe down from the wax. I haven't got everything wiped off yet, and so it's not as shiny as it will be. I learned my lesson a couple years ago. Never put painter's tape on your side window trim. I had what I would call perfect side window trim until I put painter's tape on it one year, and now it's got little spots here and there where the finish is coming off. There you can see some. Peeled the black finish off. These had never been touched before. All these years, this car's always been stored indoors from previous owners, and this is how you can tell it. But yeah, really screwed it up by using painter's tape one year. So never again. Once I get all the trim done and the weather stripping wiped, I'll do the glass finally. But yeah, Sunday morning and pretty nice out. I'll want to take it for a drive when I'm done.